we played our hearts out and had a lot of things against us this week, and we still were that close. So I'm just proud of the way we finished that match, and I'm super proud of our seniors.
Danny, what they came out and the block was pretty effective, serving tough. What did it take to adjust to what they were doing in the first half?
You know, I thought we needed to be a little more patient on our attack, and then that started to work. And luckily, I thought our passing totally snapped out of it, which was good, and so that didn't really affect the outcome of the game. But they're a great serving team, and when you have a great server that can go on a run, that can be a difference maker. But, you know, those middles they're physical, and they read really well, and I just thought they did a great job.
Tactically, you took the opportunity to play Maya. What was the thought process behind that?
I don't know. I know we all were watching the game, so I think Andy was hitting like 100, and nothing was going right for her. So I thought, okay, let's give Manaya a try, and she made a few plays, and so we left her in there.
You get up to that hot start, and then Texas A&M has that 10-0 rally. It seems like they took your first punch and rallied from that. How helpful was that for them, do you think?
I mean, I think it started with our serving and passing, and I don't want to like mispronounce her name, but number one, their middle, like she's a great serve, and she caught us on that for that run. So, I mean, I think we worked all season on being first to 5, first to 10, first to 15, and so on, and we weren't able to do that with her serve. And I mean, credit to her, she's a great serve. So, I mean, yeah, like we really take pride in serve and pass, but I think it caught us up a few times. So.
Becca, what did A&M do so well in the first 2 sets to kind of have you on your heels and having to play catch up?
I mean, honestly, I just feel like they move the ball really well. Again, they have a pretty well balanced offense. They can fire on all cylinders, and they did that. And I think as a middle, like, it makes it harder to close. But I feel like, you know, if we were one step off, they found that space and they just crushed it. So, yeah, they were relentless in what they saw.
What was the end of the fourth set like? When 10 set points, they hit 3 match points. How were you able to pull it out?
Oh, God. I mean, in moments like that, I feel like most of us probably aren't even thinking. Like, we're just going back to the basics, and we're all hyper competitive, and I've never actually been in a situation like that with going that far. So, I mean, it's hard, but at the end of the day, like, whoever was going to win that set had more will, and obviously they took it in the 5th, but I think that set showed that we weren't going to just let them take it from us on our home court and in our gym, and it obviously didn't turn out the way we wanted, but I think we showed a lot of fight, and that's something to be proud of.
Danny, what happened to Allie pregame and how much?
She stepped on a ball, and that has a huge effect on our team. You know, those of you that have been with us the whole year, we've been great at using our depth and use it strategically, and we did not have that today. And so, and to have that happen literally with the last 5 minutes of warm-ups, pretty tough.
Rebecca, what emotions are you feeling now? What are you going through?
To be honest, I just want to be with my parents.
I just want to say Becca has put her heart and soul into this program, and you can tell by her face how much she cares. And I think, like, I don't even care if we win or we lose, because what I tried to tell Becca in the locker room is that she's going to take away the memories and the relationships that we've made. And winning and losing, yeah, it's a part of volleyball and it sucks, but she put her heart and soul into this program for 4 years. And she's leaving behind a great legacy and has so much to be proud of. We all see how much she cares. And, I mean, it's unbelievable, so.
Danny, obviously the emotions are still fresh, but when you think you look back over this season, what is going to stand out for you?
I just think how this team really trusted each other and trusted the staff. And with it, I know it wasn't a completely new team, but, you know, I was new, and I just felt like everybody just was super open-minded. And we went through this year, and we played with a ton of joy, had a lot of fun. We went super hard, and you know, I think we maxed out. Like, what we had today, we maxed out, you know, and that's always the goal at the end of the year, that you look back and, you know, that's why as a coach, I don't feel like upset. I know we didn't make the Final Four. We're not winning a national championship, but we maxed out today. And when we can walk away from the last game of the season and feel like we gave it our all and look back and have no regrets, that's what I'm really proud of. And I hope these players don't have any regrets either.
Harper Bergen hasn't been feeling well this week. How have you guys kind of rallied around her, especially in this match when things weren't going well?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, she's not feeling her best whatsoever, and it's hard to go into the locker room and see her feeling that way because, I mean, she's such a big part of our team, and I don't know how she did it, but she found a way to still make good decisions and get balls up on defense and set us, and that's not easy. It's really not, and she's the best setter I've ever played with and will probably ever play with, and the fact that she could go out there feeling as sick as she does and still work her butt off and play like that it's truly amazing. And I mean, I love her to death, and yeah.
Harper, you were nodding along with Danny's last answer. Just what do you want this team to be remembered for?
Gosh, I said this in the locker room, but like, my freshman year, we all saw how that went and what happened a year later, and we heard so many people in the locker room just now saying, like, I'm sorry, like, it's my fault, and not even, like, the fans and the coaches and us, like, it's about how hard we worked and what we did this year. And my freshman year, I think we all lost sight of what we were able to do. We set an attendance record. We won the Big Ten. We made it to the national championship with 4 freshmen on the court, and that's not easy. And I think my biggest message for this team is just to stick to the people that we trust and our support system, because we have so much to be proud of, and it's so easy to forget that in moments like this. And I know my freshman year I definitely did, and I tried to blame myself. So it's just, to the fans, to everyone who supports us, like, we wouldn't be able to do all the things that we do without them. And it sucks right now, but we have to walk away with our heads high because we do so many amazing things every year, and it might not work out the way you want to, but there's so much to be proud of.
Harper, just as an athlete, what was it like playing in that atmosphere today?
I don't know if I've ever heard Bob that loud. I know on T's play last week, I think it was against K-State, it was super loud, but I mean, today it was so loud. And I've always said this, like, it's hard to beat us in our own gym, and they found a way to do that, but I don't think we could get a lot of momentum going, and that really hurt us in the end. But I mean, we're always grateful to be here. We're always grateful that we get to host, that we get to play in Bob throughout the season, and we're excited to be back next year.
Rebecca, do you have a message for the returning players next year? Maybe try to go for this again.
Man, I guess to the returners, like, my biggest thing is, like, lead by example. I think the biggest thing is, like, I've always respected, and Lexi Rodriguez to me was that person. I just felt like she maybe didn't always have something to say, but she always made the play, or maybe even it was like the random handhold or the hug, and that would probably be it for the rest of the day. But, it was very intentional. I think just a lot of them, like, never feel like you have to bear it all. It's not all on you, and, like, just go do your thing. You don't gotta make it a big show. Just go be yourself.
Rebecca Manai had to come off the bench in a really high-pressure moment. What does it say about her in the way that she handled that?
She's mature. I think she's very mature for her age and as a competitor. And she listens well. We told her just to hit everything, and she did that. Mm-hmm. And so, I think it's a testament to her maturity.
Danny, with A&M's physicality, blocking and tooling, what needed to happen a little better, so that didn't impact the match at times like it did.
With just Andy?
Physicality, blocking and tooling, what needed to do a little better to beat that.
Specifically for Andy or A&M? Oh, A&M. I just thought, you can't really try to bounce on them because they're so physical. Even if they make a late move, they'll get us. And I thought we kind of started out the match trying to do that and out physical them. And again, that's not going to happen. So I thought as the game went on, we adjusted well and started swinging high. And I think we got a little bit one-dimensional, but I think that was a little bit maybe passing. I thought our passing was okay, but a lot of Bergen, and kind of that got us out of our comfort zone.
Dave, what was the end of the fourth set like for you as a coach when you're out of timeouts, out of subs, out of challenges, and watching what happened?
Honestly, I had a lot of confidence. I did have a lot of confidence that we were going to win that, and you know, we train all the time, everybody to do everything. So, you know, I had a lot of trust. Virginia could go back there and hit a serve, and it's Teray in the front row. And, you know, it wasn't like a panic moment when we ran out of subs. Like, well, this crew is good enough to win this set. And I kept telling myself that. And it was pretty great to see us, I don't know, make it through 2 times through with no subs. And I thought they were just really confident, even though they hadn't done that all year.
Time for a couple more.
Danny, going into the fifth after that 37-35, and knowing that that was do or die for you, but not for them, did you get a gauge of just like where your team was at emotionally to start the fifth, and maybe how drained you could have been from that?
I mean, I felt like we were pretty ready. It's tough. You know, you look at our setter and it's like, are you going to make it? And she's looking at you like, I don't know. But other than that, I felt like everybody else was in there, like, willing us to win. And like, okay, we're going to make this as easy as we can for Bergen. And we have no other option at that point. So I don't know. I felt pretty good going into the fifth. And when you come back like that and fight that hard to win a fourth, you do have a lot of momentum. It's just A&M, they weren't rattled by that, obviously, and they started out strong in the fifth. And yeah, you give up a couple points against a great team. It's really, really hard to come back. And I don't know, we did come back from like a 5-point deficit to tie it. So no, I felt like we were pretty ready to go in the fifth.
All right, thank you all.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.